how to install and configure lxterminal. I'm running a Fossapup-64 CE, specifically F96-CE bottom dash 3 ISO, a more recent version of Fossapup-64, a puppylinux distribution, modified with my key binding and configuration of tray and so on. So this way it looks so different than default install. However, what I want to demonstrate is the problem that I have recently found in Urxvt. Normally, Urxvt, which I have running here, we can just go ahead and neo-fetch, and you will see that it is a Urxvt. Urxvt is also, you may get confused that it may also be referred as rxvt-unicode. It is the same terminal emulator. These two are same. Very easy to go ahead and just copy, for example, ls here. We can just copy here, and when you just drag it along with the left mouse, that is actually a copy. That just to paste it, what I usually do is just click it on the middle mouse a scroll wheel. I just click and paste, and you get, click it again, you get that paste. Just go ahead and start a terminal here. So we'll just go ahead and copy again, put it in the memory, and then similarly in lxterminal, I can just middle mouse click again, and you get this. Okay, and then we can go ahead and click it again, and from lxterminal you can just go ahead and left mouse drag and highlight, and then click. Very simple, and but I have recently found a problem in that it works well. This same technique works well, for example, in internet. So when you just click and drag, and then you want to put it in the Urxvt, we'll just middle mouse click it again. You see this. So we'll just go ahead and drag 6 generations. So we'll go ahead and middle mouse click here, and you get 6 generations. So you get this very easy copy and paste function with the Urxvt. You can also use the keyboard alt insert. So if I just go ahead and copy this by this, and then you can see that also works. So you don't have to use the middle mouse. Okay. This same technique does not work with a Genie, however. So we'll just copy here from Genie, and we'll just come on over here and click, and now this copy and paste this way works. Now we're going to go the other way. Now we just middle mouse click. It doesn't work here, and shift insert also does not work. It's a another paste. It's not this correct paste from here. Install lxterminal. What we can do is go ahead and start lxterminal, and this is what you're gonna see. It looks very similar to this. So what you basic configuration can be done here. So under File, there is under Edit, there's a Preferences. Here you can go ahead and specify size of the font. For example, the monospace here, and we'll go ahead and increase that to let's see what 14 looks like. and then background is black, foreground is fine, allowable bold font is fine, cursor blink, yes, I would like to I like a block cursor blink, and then we'll go to the display top panel, and this is the size. And what we can do is I prefer not to have the scroll bar here. I can just I find it much more effective just using the keyboard with shift page up and page down. And we'll also make the menu bar, we'll hide the menu bar, and then close buttons. It's not present because but we'll go ahead and hide the close buttons. That has to do with my configuration of JWMRC-personnel file, so it's already not showing the close button. So, and then we can look at the others disabled menu shortcut. So F10. We'll go ahead and leave everything else, and then we can go ahead and copy. I prefer Control C, so Control C, and then paste Control V. Okay, and then I think everything else is fine. We can go ahead and zoom in to make the font bigger by Control plus, and zoom out Control minus. Okay, so now this is a little bigger font, so that's fine. Well, it'll make it easier for you to see better. So let me just go ahead and write, since we lost the menu up there, we can go ahead and right click and then preferences, and we'll go to 16. Okay, now we have a blinking block cursor. Okay, so that's basic configuration that you can do. Still have the top bar, which is not part of a basic configuration. And you'll notice even on my Urxvt there's no top bar, and this is fairly easy to do. What you have to do is modify the JWMRC personnel file, which is here, and let me just go ahead and maximize. And to remove the title, you can put this under upper half of the JWMRC personnel file, and I've already had everything put in. Remove the I typed it in before, and just to get it activated, what I have to do is just remove these headers here, 1, 2, 3, and then rest of it now is activated. So now we'll go ahead and save it, and then we'll go ahead and restart the JWMRC, and then now we're gonna start the lxterminal and see if the bar has been the top bar has been removed, and it has. So now I opened up the Urxvt terminal here, and lxterminal has a very important option, which is a -s geometry. It tells presents the terminal here, according to what I've written here, about 50 by 50 characters. It should look about a square. So, and then it's going to place 1,000 pixels horizontally and 600 down this way. So this specify where the lxterminal should open. Let's go ahead and give that command, and let's see what happens. Now there is a minor bug. Seems like that that this is not obviously square. So let me just get out of that, and let me just change the so to 20 and 20, see what happens. So again, there is a bug. So however, just the principle remains the same. You can specify the size, and you can specify where it should be located. So we're going to take a closer look at the JWMRC-personnel file in Genie. So we've added this remove file function up here in lxterminal to get rid of the header. But furthermore, right now, when I enter super key is 4 and T, it activates Urxvt. So let me just do that right now. So here is Urxvt. So right now this is Urxvt. So, but we wanna, what I wanna do, given that we wanna have the lxterminal as the main, we wanna remove this to get it activated. I've obviously already put it in, typed it all in. So we'll just go ahead and activate it, and we're gonna deactivate this. So space, dash dash, and then we also have to put an exclamation point and then dash dash and give it a space. So that is disabled right now. So now we're gonna get this refreshed by, so we're gonna get it refreshed or after reboot. Now when I enter super and T, it should start the lxterminal, and I've configured it for my screen, so it's gonna start right down here. Now I had to stop the recording, and because I couldn't get the terminal started. So what is the mistake I made is that I left a space here, and I shouldn't have. So I have to go back and make sure that it's all even, and then save it, and then go ahead and refresh the JWM to force the computer to read the configuration files, JWM configuration files. So you can go ahead and just enter on any terminal JWM restart. So then it will read the configuration files of JWM personnel and tray and so on. So after that's done, then you can go ahead and start the terminal again, super T, and this time we'll take a look at NeoFetch, and now it's a lxterminal. So lxterminal is taken over. So now we have to, next thing we like to make this lxterminal the default terminal. So what we can do is go ahead and open up a default app, and then go ahead and go to all, and then we can go ahead and go down to terminal here. It was at Urxvt, and I just changed it, and so apply. So that's one major step. Next thing what we want to do is to go ahead and Urxvt also has a terminal. You can recall a terminal from the menu. So you can go ahead and options, and then we can go to menus, and then right now it calls Urxvt rather than lxterminal we want. So what we want to do is go ahead and replace here parameter, so we can give it a lxterminal. So rather than just putting an lxterminal here and it'll open in a default position, which is here, what we want to do is place it here every time terminal gets opened by a rocks filer. So I'm going to replace here with a parameter that I've already configured for my screen. So I want to have a lxterminal open at 0 pixel, which is going to be very end of the left corner here, and then put it on in this position. So we'll go ahead and OK it, and then let's see, let's go ahead, this is the rocks, and we'll just go ahead and this root level, we'll go ahead and start the rocks and with a grave key, and then let's see, now you can see that it's open here. So if I already know this is that root level by here, but it just reminds me when I see a terminal being opened up that I've opened a terminal via by a rocks filer. So for example, we'll go ahead and open it in another folder, and then now let's go ahead and trigger the lxterminal with a grave key. Now you can see that it's at the same folder as here and here, so I know that it was opened through the rocks filer. So now as a last step, what we want to do is configure this icon here in taskbar launcher. So right now, if I just go ahead and click, it starts Urxvt. So you can Urxvt, and what we want to try to do is have it open way up here, just like the xfce terminal as a drop down. So what we can do is take a look at the JWMRC tray configuration file, and I have already experimented and put in the right geometry here. What we want to do is go ahead and disable this Urxvt, so space, and then go to the end, and then space and dash dash, so that disables it. And with this, we want to do is remove it. So, and then we go toward the end, and then save it. So now I have a same icon here. Only thing I've changed is lxterminal space dash dash geometry equals 100 characters widthwise, 18 length, and then I gave it a coordinate of 300 pixels and 30 pixels down. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So we're gonna restart the JWM, and then now we'll click it. Now you can see the lxterminal starts here. That's what I wanted. So